Welcome to Out and About with Dr. Mcrew, Episode 4, which is actually Part 3 in our series on vision and driving standards. We've already talked about the vision standard of 20/40, which is required for driving in all 50 states. And we've also talked about the peripheral vision standard, how you have to have intact side vision to keep a driver's license. But what we're going to talk about today is how some people with really poor vision, even as bad as 2200, can have a driver's license. And this is possible if they can meet the 20/40 vision requirement using a device known as a bioptic telescope. Bioptic drivers are required to sit for a special driving exam with the DMV, and they need to be recertified every year. This is what a bioptic looks like. You can see here that it looks like a conventional pair of glasses, but attached to the top is a telescope. The optics of this telescope are somewhat like a periscope in that in this wider, darker, rectangular section you have where the image will enter, and then through mirrors it's going to pass through, and the optics, the magnified image, will be seen by the patient here when they tip their head down in order to look through the telescopic device. Let's see if we can demonstrate how it looks through the bioptic telescope. Okay, what we're trying to do here is film through the bioptic telescope. If you see down in the lower left-hand corner that there's a stop sign inside a circle, that actually is me filming through the bioptic 5x lens, telescopic lens. I'm going to lift the glasses away and look at the size difference here on how small that stop sign is. Now, it may seem crazy that anybody with 2200 vision would ever be allowed to drive a car, but that part of our vision that we use to read those letters on an eye chart is only the most central part of our vision, and that's the part that bioptic drivers are missing in their vision. Their side vision, their peripheral vision, is generally perfect. This video illustrates what it's like to have poor central vision but intact peripheral vision while driving. So like the rest of us, the bioptic driver gathers most of his visual information from his peripheral vision and only dips into the telescope when he needs to see more details. So one of my patients who drives with a bioptic telescope is a young mother of 3. She drives a big SUV, and one day she was driving and it was daytime, so she had her sun filter in, so she looked, kind of like this. And she was at a stop sign and she looked over, and there were some guys in the car next to her, young guys. They had their baseball hats on backwards, they were wearing their skateboard logo t-shirts, and she looked down at them and they were all looking at her, and they gave her the universal signal to roll your window down. So she rolled her window down, and they said, "Hey lady, what's with those crazy glasses?" And she said, "Well, actually, I'm with the narcotics division of the sheriff's department, and if I look through the scanner, I can detect 17 different illegal substances at a distance of up to 50 feet. What do you think?" And with that, they rolled the window back up, and as soon as the light turned green, they sped off.